Hey guys, ZPL News here, and welcome to my review of Tottenham versus Manchester City. The game ended 4-1 to Manchester City, and it was a very, very good game to watch. The scoreline definitely didn't reflect the way the game went. Tottenham were pretty much equal to Manchester City at most of the game. The only player that really set them apart was Sergio Aguero, who was absolutely magnificent. We'll go on to that later, though. In the first half, Tottenham were very, very good. The three cammed behind the striker were absolutely magnificent. Soldado was not up to standards. I don't think he can make it in the Premier League. I think that game showed that he just doesn't have the quality, and the quality mentally with the strength. He just doesn't have it. He's not He's not a Premier League striker. He's a very, very good clinical finisher, but he ain't a Premier League striker. Very unlucky not to get on the score sheet, though, I have to say. But today he just wasn't good. He wasn't good enough. He didn't provide a physicality. He can't play that role as a lone striker in the Premier League very well. But the three behind him were magnificent. Notably, Eriksen and Lamela were brilliant. Chadley was a bit below par, but Eriksen was absolutely magnificent in the first half. Best player for Tottenham throughout the entire game. Got a brilliant free kick, nearly went in. Produced the first goal out of absolutely nothing. Absolutely brilliant. The way he was shifting the ball, putting it through. Tottenham could have gone 2-0 up in the first 20 minutes, possibly, if not for Eriksen, they wouldn't have had a chance today. He was brilliant. The way he was ghosting around, he was better than David Silva in my opinion. And David Silva did play well, but Eriksen was on another level. Definitely my man of the match of the first half. Other than Aguero, he was the best player on the pitch probably. Also for Tottenham, I thought Capoue was very, very good defensively. I think he was not at fault in the first half. He caught a couple of decent tackles in. However, David Silva did get a lot of room, and Capoue went a bit missing in the second half, in my opinion. I didn't really notice him very much, and Dembele ended up coming on for him because he didn't really. But at that point the game was over. But in the first half, Tottenham were good, but Manchester City were able to break the deadlock, and Aguero with some absolutely magnificent skill. The way he dragged that defender and with absolutely no backlift whatsoever was able to put it in the corner of the net with that kind of power, Lloris had absolutely no chance. Every single goal that went in, Lloris had no chance of saving it. Every single shot that Lloris could have saved, he did save, and he could not save any single one of those goals that Aguero scored. Other than the penalties, probably he could have saved if he'd gone the right way, but that doesn't count really, in my opinion. Lloris was magnificent, but Aguero was just beyond anything on that pitch. He's magnificent. Best striker in the world for me, in my opinion. He's just so skillful. He's got every single aspect you need in a striker. The only thing he doesn't have is probably height, but that if he had height, then he wouldn't be the same player. But he's just so good. He's got heading, he's got skill, he's got dribbling, he's got finishing. His movement is magnificent. The pace and the strength he's got is just unbelievable. If you see his thighs, they're massive. They're absolutely massive. He's such a strong little player. He's absolutely brilliant. Best striker in the world. You can't describe how good he was. 4 goals in one game against Tottenham is just magnificent. There's nothing like him in the Premier League. He's just absolutely brilliant. But moving on from Sergio Aguero, Manchester City were able to take the lead in the first half. Tottenham were pretty unlucky not to be able to score first, but that's just how football works. But then Tottenham were able to get a goal back and possibly were able to equalise, and it was a pretty decent build-up play from Tottenham. Good counter-attacking style of play, and it resulted in, I'm just trying to think who scored for Tottenham. Sorry about this. This is just ridiculous. How the hell have I forgotten who scored for Tottenham? Oh, fuck, I've forgotten. I swear I knew who he was. Who the hell scored for Tottenham? Oh, fuck. Eriksen quickly struck back for Tottenham, and with an absolutely magnificent shot. Joe Hart had no chance, and Eriksen equalised against Manchester City pretty quick. Within about a minute and a bit, Eriksen had found the back of the net, and Tottenham were back in the game. However, in the second half, Manchester City, I can't really say they blew them away, but Tottenham Sergio Aguero blew Manchester City away. Blew Tottenham away. He was absolutely magnificent in that second half. The way in which he scored all 4 goals, the penalty, albeit he missed a penalty. Other than that, he had a spot on game. But then, for me, really Spurs could have got back in the game because Soldado missed a penalty, which is just ever so unfortunate that he wasn't able to stick that in. It was a decent penalty, just Joe Hart produced a magnificent save. It was unfortunate for him. But then Manchester City were then able to go on and win the game because Tottenham's Argentine centre-back Fabrizio was sent off unrightly. I don't think he should have been sent off. It was a penalty, but he shouldn't have been sent off in my opinion. Guerrero stepped up, scored the penalty. It's not a clear goal scoring opportunity, but it was it was definitely a penalty because he pulled his shirt, Sergio Aguero's shirt, and Sergio Aguero dispatched the penalty this time around. And then he went on to score again from a similar goal to the first one, but with his left foot. Sergio Aguero was magnificent today. Best player on the pitch, best striker in the league, best player in the Premier League, in my opinion. This has been EFL News. Sorry for the cock up in the middle of it. I hope you can think past that, but please follow me on Twitter at EPL News. The fan said of an S. Please like, comment, subscribe, and peace.